What's up, everybody? It's your girl Precious, and on today's episode, we talking about opportunities. Would you rather miss out on an opportunity, or would you rather take advantage of it? That's what we talking about today. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast. And as you can see, we are not together this time because I'm back home. And your girl did good on that flight back, too. Y'all would be proud. And I'm here with my main one. What's going on, Kion?
What's up? I know we are not in the same room. Can we still do a high five, though? Let's see.
High five.
There you go. All right.
We can do a high five. And look, I am ready to get straight into this topic. So let's go ahead and, because you know what time it is, let's take this sip. Like, toast to a great time seeing you last week.
Oh, my God. Absolutely. Stop talking. A wonderful time. New word, fantabulous time.
Facts. But
and
look.
It's been so long already.
I know. Today, I had to go to a memorial, and while we were there, I saw our older brother. So that was exciting. And we started talking about opportunities. And he was, talking about some stuff. I don't want to get into all his business, but I was like, oh, that seemed like something that I should talk about on the episode, because he was like, I'm not sure what I should do. So after talking to our brother and with him talking about what was going on in his life, it made me pose the question of which one has a greater risk? Would you rather take advantage of an opportunity knowing that you can mess it all up, or would you just rather miss the opportunity as a whole and just say, forget it, I'm not even going for whatever, the situation is? So, yeah, which one would you think is a greater risk, or which one would you just do in general? Would you just say, I'm going for it, whatever this opportunity that's presented to me, I'm taking it? Or you like, yeah, no, I'm going to skip on that because I'm not sure, what's going to happen, what the outcome is or whatever. So, and I hope I'm explaining that right, because I swear when he said it, I was like, oh, I got to talk about that.
But you know what? The first thing that came to my mind when you said that is, the different. It's all about, like, to me, personality traits.
Oh, okay.
Because I think of our brother and his background, and he's real analytical.
True.
And so he's, strategizing, making sure, these all and everything lines up and all this stuff. So I can understand why he made the comment in terms of which route that he's, I guess, considering taking because of that. So, and I have a feeling what yours is going to be because what type of personality you are, and I'm kind of in the middle because in my previous days I would probably step back, try to analyze it, and like, okay, if I do this, then this may happen. If I do this, this may happen. If I do this, this may happen. But now I'm just like, you know what? To answer your question, I would just go for it. I would just go for it now because, they talk about the YOLO. You only live once, and you only have, one opportunity. Just the opportunity is, if it's there, if I screw it up, it's a learning lesson. Because I've been through a lot of mistakes in my life. Relationship-wise, business-wise, and I've totally gotten better at both.
Nice outlook.
Yeah, and so I would go for it and hope for the best and not even expect the worst, because I look at when you go into different relationships. A lot of people, a lot of times it doesn't work because you think about the previous relationship, you think of the past, think about, oh, what if he hurts me, what if she hurts me, and all this stuff, and then you never put your full whatever into it, and then it ends up not being a great relationship because you're holding back. And then a nice little show that you and I have been tuning into, it kind of talks about that too. Right, like, are you, like, because like in one couple, one was real, like I'm gonna take my time like a turtle or a tortoise, and I'm not gonna give you everything I have because I
Right.
don't want to be hurt, or I don't want to be this,
Yep.
and all that stuff, and that almost ruined that relationship. So I would just be all in, give everything I got, and then hope for the best, and then if it doesn't, I'll learn from it and go into the next relationship the same way. What about you?
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna say our brother was like he would rather just say, forget it. He's gonna pass on the opportunity. Is that what you thought he was gonna say?
Yeah. Pass on it, sit back, because it's too quick for him to observe the pluses and minuses and put it on a spreadsheet and all that stuff. No, I'm not making fun of you, brother. So I'm gonna do. I love you. I'm not making fun of you, but it has to be like not on a spreadsheet, in my opinion, but it has to everything has to align right to pursue it.
Yeah, because his thing was, if I go for the opportunity, and what happens if I just mess it all up? And he was like, here it is. I took this risk. I messed it up. And now there's no coming back from this. There's no way to fix it, make the situation better. So he's like you said, I'd rather just skip on it, sit back and wait for the right timing, the right situation, the right everything for me to be like, okay, yes, now I'm going for it. And yeah, I think I might have been, like you said as well, I might have been the same way before. Be like, yeah, nah, I'm going to pass because, for whatever reason, for whatever thoughts that be creeping up in our mind, like, yeah, no, am I going to do this? Yeah, you do. Oh my goodness, that just goes back to how those words have power. You can really talk yourself out of a good situation. I don't know what it is and why we have this self-sabotage. I have no idea, but yes, I'll be like, oh, am I able? Am I capable? Should I? Well, what if this happens? And oh my goodness, I can, mess this up. So I get that. But now I'll be like, let's just go for it. And I'm literally just like you. I'm going to go for it. And if I'm, like you said, if I mess it up, it's a learning lesson. But I'm like you said, I'm not going to go in there with that mentality of I'm going to mess it up. It's like, no, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to give it my all, bring everything that I have to the table, and we're going to make it work. And if something doesn't go right in that moment, I'm going to go back and do what I have to do in order to fix that situation. Right. So, yeah, it'll work. What were you going to say?
Exactly. No, I'm just going to say just from what you just said, because it's like, as long as you're communicating, with the person, because that's the big thing. Because if you have to communicate, because, it's like, when I'm talking about going all in, you have to be in like his situation, and then in the situation that you brought up upon us. I would make sure that I let him know, and that's something that could bring myself and that new person closer together. I could be like, hey, I really like you. I see a future for us. I just want to let you know this situation that's going on right now.
Yeah.
XYZ. If you still want to, if you still want to, do this, and I see us laughing at, years down the road. I can see us laughing at the situation now, but I just want to let you know this is what's going on. Do you, I want to pursue this now. I don't want to wait until things are perfect, because things will never be perfect. But how do you feel about it? And then I would just open it up and just have that communication. If she's not ready, then I'll push back. At least then I gave it my shot then. And then she's like, nah, let's wait. Then boom, okay. And then I know what's up. We still clicking. And I just know that I just need to take my time and just let the other situation, evaporate, or whatever you want to say it.
Right.
And then it'll be
now. Using your scenario that you just talked about, as far as relationship wise, as far as the way you communicated it, as if you're trying to start a relationship, but for some reason you get something else that could deter, alter, put a pause or whatever in there, and you allowing that person to make a decision like, yeah, I'm all in, or yeah, no, this is not the right timing. What if that person says, not only is it not the right timing, but I don't want to deal with that at all, and then you just lose that person altogether? And I think that's that risk. Like, are you willing to take that risk to say, that person might be like, nah, like this ain't for me. I'm out. I don't want the
Well,
friendship, no relationship, no nothing, you know. Say
I
that's not
mean,
the
what
one
else?
for you.
I
Yeah,
mean, what else can you do? Because
true.
it's going to come up. Because in the
Mm-hmm.
conversation, when you're meeting someone new, it may come up about a
Yeah.
previous relationship, or hey, I
Mm-hmm.
might have a little one here. Well, oh, so
Mm-hmm.
you married?
Yeah.
You were you?
Right.
I mean, the conversation is
Yeah.
going to come up down the
True.
road. So I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
it come up now than
Mm-hmm.
when then all of a sudden we tight, and then all of a sudden it come
Yeah.
up, and then things fall apart because of that. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
rather lay it all out right now and say, hey, this is me. Just like a lot of reality shows. They like, oh, I want to have kids. No, I don't want to have kids. Oh, well, so let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about that now.
Right. True.
Because I'd rather let's bring it all out now. Because a year, 2 year, 3 years down the road, when things are clicking, all of a sudden, you know, yeah. I would say if they're like I'm not gonna make it work, I'm like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's great that it would happen early on because then it's not all those feelings and emotions involved. So,
exactly.
yeah, I definitely appreciate somebody being fully transparent. Transparent. That's
That's
the
the
tequila.
word.
That's the
That's the
tequila
word, though.
talking.
That's
But
the
yeah,
word.
definitely. I want you to be transparent with me. Like, tell me everything, lay it all out on the line so that I can make an informed decision about what it is that is best for me. So yeah, I'm all for it. And it's like, okay, if I can work with it, great. And then if I don't, like you said, all right, I'll see you and on to, what I'm saying, the next, which hopefully would be way better. But as far as the question, at this part in my life, that over 40 club is weird because most people would have probably settled down, but I think I'm more confident in who I am. So I'm definitely more of a risk taker because I'm like, you know what? I'm confident in my capabilities and I've grown and learned so many lessons, that I'm like, let's go for it. Like, what's the worst could happen? Like I tell my child all the time when he, talks about different situations. I'm like, well, what's the worst they could say? And I'm like, the worst they could say is no. So why not go ahead and ask that question? It's not like it's either a yes or a no. And the worst is no, and then you move on to the next situation. So yeah, I definitely am okay with the risk. I think the risk is worth it of saying, let me go ahead and go for whatever this opportunity is if I think that it could benefit me instead of just saying, no, I'm gonna pass. Like, yeah, I'm not passing up on nothing. It was a
Yeah.
movie like Yes Man or something like that, where he was like, whatever comes to me, I'm just gonna say yes. And people would say things and he'll be like, yes, yes, yes. It was an older movie. I almost want to say Jim Carrey, but I'm not sure.
I was about,
It
I'm about,
was
I'm about to say him. Okay. I was about to say his name. All right. I do remember. I
right.
do. And he was like, yes. Yeah. Okay. He didn't want to say it. He was like, but it had to come out, though. All right. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
I kind of remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely at this phase. I'm definitely on my me time and my yes time. Like, I don't want to pass up any good opportunities. And I'm also like, look, if it does not serve me, like, you gotta go. Like, and some people might call it selfish, but I finally learned to put me first, and I'm okay with that. And I feel so much better in doing it. So. Yeah.
I was watching this one podcast, and he was talking about having a watch. He was like, "I don't have my watch on to tell time. I'm watch on to tell you that my time is valuable."
Oh,
Something
I
like
love
that.
that. I
So,
love that. Yeah, because if
shout
you
out.
don't value, who else will?
Yeah, shout out to SS.
Thank you, brother, for giving us this topic today because we were all sitting down at the table, just, what do they say is the correct word? Conversing, whatever. I don't know which term it is. I don't know. This is a podcast. But
Hey,
we were talking.
Speaking of that, when are we gonna have Big Brother on the show?
I know. And it's funny because even when I said I'm using it as a topic, it was like, you did not say, oh yeah, I probably need to come on. So I don't know. We gonna have to send a message and be like, dude.
Hey, no, he could be an anonymous caller if he has to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need him on the show, man. Now,
For
dude,
sure.
All right, that'll be our season. Okay, you know what? That'll be our season 2 opener. So
Okay,
whenever we
sounds
start our
good.
season 2, that'll be our season 2 opener with Big
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm all for it. That would be great. That'll be great. Okay, well, once again, it's always good chopping it up with you. And how can everybody reach you, Kion?
I can be reached at Kion said 37.
All right, and
You?
I'm
Or better
precious.
yet, hold on. I'm sorry. And better yet, 82.
I knew you was gonna say that. I'm like, you literally said it on the text message just the other day. I knew you was going.
And that was
there.
automatic too. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Right. I'm like, oh, we French over here. Okay, look. Precious said 888 all day, every day. Thank you for the new followers. I appreciate you guys. You know, it's like one by one, but I'm truly grateful. So just make sure
Absolutely.
you guys, right. And that I was just talking about my Instagram, but yes, we do have some new followers on the YouTube. So look, we see you. Thank you. We appreciate
we see you.
guys.
Let me make sure my head is in the screen. We see you.
Look, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, to our channel. Ring that bell. Make sure you get your notifications. We appreciate you guys. And once again, I appreciate you tuning in. And I hate that we're not in the same place this time, but it's always good to see your face. And that was like a little flow. But
you want to feed the ducks?
Right. Oh my goodness. I will see you again next week. All right, bye. I don't know why I went like up an octave, like bye. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Precious, and today we talking about opportunities. Should we? Nope. How am I? That's because I had a shot before I started, and that was strong. I was feeling it in my gums. I'm like, what the hell?
Dude, stop.
I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my gosh.
I can't be getting up to the camera no more because looking like this. I look like them people like where you on the other side of the door like, I know you see me out here. I know you hear me knocking. That's just way too cold. So,
man, don't never buy a glass from a man. It's just leaking. It's not leaking, it's just sweating, man. No, I was gonna say right here until I remember.
You know this face. I can't control it. I
feel it. I know what you're asking.
Oh.
I'm
like, help me.
Fuck me or something like.
Oh my God.
It's not a statement. It's a question. You went to school.